Working great. All right. Peter, I need to give you a disclosure before we start talking. Are you
Yes,
ready?
I am ready.
Yes, Peter, are you okay with this entire conversation being recorded and being used for marketing purposes, both for your business as well as mine?
Yes, yes, indeed. Hold on, let me close the door though, because the little girl's making some noise. So
Sure, do that. Yes, sir.
she's a wonderful little girl, but every now and then, like all of us, she gets has her moods.
Absolutely. Is that like who's this girl?
Um, I have a family member and her daughter stay. I have an extra room, and they stay here right now. So,
Oh, okay. So these are your kids. Okay,
well,
awesome.
not exactly, but they're related, distantly related.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So, Peter, can you please introduce yourself to our audience and talk to us about what your expertise is and that kind of stuff?
Certainly. My name's Pete Nazarkevich. I'm an licensed insurance agent. I have just purchased a book of policies as well as have been growing policies. Prior to this, I have 20, almost 30 years financial services experience. I've worked in the past for Barclays Capital,
Mhm.
IBM in their mortgage division, and I've also worked for Wachovia, which is now currently Wells Fargo. So I
Beautiful.
have a bit of a background in different areas of finance and risk and things of that nature.
Outstanding. So you come with a lot of experience. So what company are you with right now?
Right now, I own my own agency and I am a farmer's agent, as well
Beautiful.
as I do plan on having some other outside business in terms of medical and disability and things like that. But right now, I just purely a farmer's agent.
That's awesome. Are you joining us from your house in Granite Bay?
I am in my backyard. It's a beautiful night out here.
Yes, it looks great. Yes, sir. That's absolutely awesome. I see some trees in the background, so that's absolutely awesome.
Uh, I'm very happy here.
Yes, sir. So please talk to us about what exactly do you do with farmers and what kind of products do you really specialize in?
Okay. Well, the first thing is we have a mission statement, and what my mission is to safeguard my clients from financial risk,
Mhm.
uh, and we do this by we observe that a lot of folks out there right now they're overinsured in areas where they don't need least need it, and they're underinsured in other areas. We act as an advisor,
Awesome.
and so that is my objective. And what we cover is we do property and casualty and life,
Mhm.
and also some other miscellaneous types of insurance like motorcycles and snowmobiles and RVs, things of that nature as well. But
Awesome.
mainly we do life, auto, fire, or I should say homeowners, and we basically have a whole menu of coverages that we do.
Awesome. And you're also starting a new office in Grass Valley, is that right?
That is correct. I do work out of our district office in Folsom, but I acquired in February an office in Grass Valley with a book of roughly 700 policies. Uh,
Beautiful.
and what we're doing now is we're renovating it. It's getting painted tomorrow, and we have a whole slew of new furniture. And then hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll have new signage as well. So
That's awesome.
everything,
Exciting.
it is indeed.
Yes, sir. And when are you planning to be in operation at the new office?
We will be up and running Tuesday, El Cinco de Mayo.
Awesome.
Actually, probably Monday afternoon. We should have everything in place.
So you're about to start your operations by next week.
We will be, yes, we'll be up and running. And, we're not putting much downtime in this deal.
That's great. That's great. So that brings me to the next question. So Peter, you and me, we also signed a deal on the social media side like roughly 3 weeks ago.
We did, we did, and it, it's it's a very very exciting. I mean, I've upped my contacts on my pages, and
Beautiful.
and the viewership of them, and there's also the ability to actually meet a lot of new potential partners in business where we can help each other grow, as well as potential clients. Uh,
Awesome.
and it's an area of my business that I know needed to be done, but quite frankly, we're a two-man shop right now where I'm at, and
Yes.
I am leveraging somebody whose expertise he knows exactly what you're doing, and this is exactly what I would be doing if I had the time to do it. So I really appreciate this.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter. So how did all these contacts? I know that we went to that IVACC function, and where else did we go? Did we go? Oh yeah, we went to that open house and the car show in Citruside. So among all those events that we went to, like, did any contacts actually start giving you some business, or did anything happen at all?
Well, right now, I mean, I've had offers to join the IVACC Chamber of Commerce.
Hmm.
I've linked in with a few mortgage professionals. There's a lot of things going on. Last week, I had to, because we've only been with 2 weeks on this, and last week I unfortunately was ill, and then I'm getting all the office stuff in place. So I'm actually piling in the contacts right now, and hopefully
Good.
next week we're going to start executing on some of this stuff. So it's going in the right direction, and the reason there hasn't been any direct business out of it is just purely there's several other balls being bounced, which are juggled, which will be unjuggled next week.
Awesome, awesome. So this is all good. We're off to a great start, but all that I wanted to say was, social media is really great from the lead generation point of view,
Absolutely,
but you do
absolutely.
need to follow it up with, with meeting people for coffee. That's why all these event networkers, I just love networking with real estate people and that kind of stuff because you can go into some of these events and come back with like 40, 50 contacts.
Yes, and also along those lines, since you got me involved with also doing the Young Professionals Network, I was
YPN.
last night at a Young Professional Network up in Nevada County, which I would have not even known about if it wasn't for you.
Oh, really? That's a YPN in Nevada County?
They have YPN in Nevada County as well. And,
Beautiful.
I came across it, and I wouldn't have known what it was without the fact what you educating me on it.
Thank you.
And so I made a couple contacts last night as well.
So you did go to an event at YPN.
I did. So
Beautiful. How many people showed up for this event?
event, it was probably like about 50 people, maybe
50.
more. They were realtors, lenders, chamber of commerce people. Uh, it was a good group and
Beautiful.
some other people in different businesses. So I'll say they're much less formal than the Placer County and Sacramento County groups in terms of just a little more laid back. It's a very good group of people.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a great point because each one of these YPNs, they have a culture of their own. So they are, at the end of the day, even though they're all YPN, they're also a little different when you go
Mm-hmm.
to all these different groups.
It is. It's very different. I mean, when you go to one like in Sacramento, it's kind of like reminiscent of my Miami days, where
Yes,
people are more like in their business suits and they're more, but they're the same level of professionalism.
absolutely.
Just a little different tone. That's all.
Absolutely. I love both the Sacramento as well as the Placer County YPNs because, at the end of the day, they're all social media friendly.
Yes, they are.
You
And
know,
by the way, when as you get more people up this end, we'll get more involved in the YPN up in the Nevada area as well.
sure, sure, sure. And here's a question that I asked both Damien as well as Eric. So I would ask you the exact same question. Did you take any pictures when you are there at the networking event yesterday?
You know what? Yesterday I did not. I ended up leaving my camera, so I
Okay.
will from going forward. I definitely am going to do that.
Absolutely. See whether you carry your wallet or not, you always want to be carrying your camera around with you. Okay.
It's very true. It attracts people, and then the whole linking on Facebook, and even you can use some of that and look for LinkedIn based on it. It's a great tool which I would have never thought of.
Yes, sir. Because the reason why the camera is so important is, when you're making the connection, you want to make a very strong connection with this person, so they remember you the next time you run into them,
Very
right?
true.
Because
Very
when you just go into a room full of like 50 or 60 people and you're just passing business cards around, there's a good chance they're going to forget you 10 seconds later.
It's a very good point,
Yes,
and
sir.
I definitely am going to start bringing the camera around. As I said last night, it was what had happened was why
Sure.
is I went into the function and I saw everybody had like no jackets on and most of them didn't have ties. So I went back to the car and I put it all in the trunk, and that's where.
Oh, the camera was. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah,
So
that's okay. See, whatever happened yesterday, that's okay. But I'm really talking about going in the future, going forward in the future. Because Peter,
yes,
just tomorrow alone, there are going to be at least three events. That's on a Saturday.
I am definitely going to the 2 o'clock one. You that was when you had sent me an invite on Facebook. I will
Yes,
look
sir.
back and try to find it and
Yeah,
definitely go.
Facebook event. And then next Tuesday, there are going to be at least three events here in Sacramento. Maybe there are more in Nevada County, but I'm aware of at least three events right here in Sacramento. So if these are all events that you want to go to, I'm just suggesting to you that taking a camera with you is a very good idea, because you want to connect with all these people on Facebook, as many as possible.
I definitely will do that, and I'm going to be working down in Sacramento, Placer County that day. I do have one through my district, and then I intend to at least hit one or two of the ones that you're talking about as well.
Sure.
Are the invites out for all of those right now on Facebook? Did you send? I know you sent one. I think. Are the other two out there right now?
For the ones on Tuesday, you mean?
Yes.
We'll take care of it at the end of this conversation.
Okay.
If you don't have those links, I will send them to you.
Okay. I know I have at least one of them, but I appreciate that because
Absolutely, yes, sir. Because one of the things that we need to do, Peter, is between Eric, Damien, yourself, and me, we need to be strategic about our networking. So not all four of us end up in the exact same place at the same time.
absolutely.
you know so one of the ideas that I had for Tuesday is, me and Eric, we are probably going to go to Albert's event.
Okay.
Albert has an event at Summit Funding, but maybe you and Damien can head out to Narep, which I think is at some restaurant. I'll send you the details at the end of this conversation.
Okay.
And basically, make as many connections as possible. You want to basically connect with these people, ask them if they're active on Facebook, if they'd like to be your friend on Facebook,
Okay. Absolutely.
and then try to get a picture with you and them, or just them, whatever makes sense. And then once you post those pictures, please tag me in those pictures.
Okay. I
Right?
will do that.
Because the way these people are going to remember this, I mean, even if you meet them for the very first time, let's say you take a picture of them and you post it on Facebook, and they can see that 10 or 20 people commented on this,
It,
right?
yes, it shows that you have some juice.
Absolutely. They are going to take you a lot more seriously. They're going to remember you the next time they run into you.
Very, very true. Very,
Right?
very true.
See, people think it's just a coincidence, that I walk into all these YPNs and half the people in the room, sometimes more than half the people in the room know me by name. See, it's not a coincidence. It's hard work. It's just a couple of steps that I've taken with all these people, and the way I've approached business, and I believe farmers approaches the business in a very similar fashion, is to always give the other person something before you expect something from them,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, we are all interested in selling some stuff, but when you walk up to a realtor and you're able to drive a bunch of traffic to their open house, or whatever they have going on, see, now you got a friend for life at this point,
Will
right?
do.
Yes, sir. So it's basically relationship building process. However, you're using technology to enhance whatever you're trying to do with in terms of relationship building.
Absolutely. And I'm actually looking forward to Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to the second event you mentioned tomorrow, the one that starts at 2 o'clock. Uh,
Beautiful.
that one sounds like it's going to be a very good event to be at.
Absolutely. See, the second event that I talked to you about, it's basically a cultural function.
I love those. Yeah, I mean, I would go there even if it wasn't for business reasons, just simply because I love that stuff. And
See, that's the fun part of this stuff. I mean, even though technically you're networking or whatever, it doesn't feel like work, because it's something that you enjoy anyway.
it is,
Right?
and the thing is people can sense that as well. If you're just there and you're being insincere, just uh, they know that just to, they're not. These people are all professionals and they're not dumb, and they know if
You're
you're
right.
you're sincere or you're just some shallow individual in a suit trying to make a buck off of them.
That's right. I mean, you are exactly right. And the good news on this particular event that's going to happen tomorrow afternoon is a lot of small business owners are going to be there. Last year when I went to this event, I saw a bunch of people from mountain bikes
Oh, very good.
and a lot of people with gas stations and those kind of, small business owners. So it's a great way to actually be enjoying the culture as well as making some serious contacts, which can, potentially turn into business at some point of time, because I'm a strong believer that once you build a good relationship based on trust and friendship and whatnot,
Hmm.
and you're there all for the right reasons, you're actually giving a lot, like the last event that I had, I actually requested Eric and Damien to actually take up a table, so you'd actually be contributing to this particular community.
Very good. And it's like what we did. I gave $100 donation to
To
contribute to
RBSCC,
the
yes.
cost for the IVAC function as well. You
That's
know.
very nice of you. See, that shows your commitment to this culture. And by the way, somebody from that event already gave Eric a bunch of business.
Oh yes, I know. I met her as well. Very, very, very nice lady.
You should get your $100 refunded from Eric.
Yeah. You can afford it.
Right, right. Yeah, so I'm just kidding, but you see how powerful this stuff is. See, you go in, you're building relationships, you're making some serious contacts, and we also connected with a bunch of people from the bank. I don't know if you guys had a chance to follow up with. I'm trying to remember what the name of that bank is. You remember Praveen? Yeah, that was
Yes.
the lady that we connected.
Tri counties.
Tri
The
counties, yes.
the lady and I have been playing phone tag for the last week or so, and so I actually need to try to catch her again this week on that because I actually do need some real business from her. So it's it's a useful thing as well as the fact that it's building a connection as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're off to a great start, Peter. So at this point of time, do you have any questions?
I don't. I'm just real excited about tomorrow and Tuesday and some of the potential. I do have a friend of mine who wants to say hello. Say hi.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's this?
This is my friend. Her name is Faith. So,
My name is Paul.
so
My name is what?
Faith.
Faye. Oh, okay. Can we see her? Is she too small to?
She is, and she's kind of playing around, but she just wanted to say hello to you. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. Hello, Faye.
uh, she's off with the doggy right now, but
Oh, okay, so she's gone. Awesome, awesome. So Peter, please bring the camera tomorrow because
you got it.
we can use it. And then one of the things I'm also doing for the Sikh Gurdwara is taking care of their Facebook fan page.
Yes, that's
And we
fun.
may be able to post some of these pictures on their fan page. And as of last week, we touched 8,000 on that fan page. So the last bunch of pictures that I posted actually went out to like 8,000 people
Ah, that. Oh wow, 8,000 people. Wow,
with
that's a
like 10
lot.
pictures. Yes,
That's
sir.
huge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll do a bunch of things tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Peter. And also, before we leave, would you mind sharing your contact information with our with our viewers?
Oh, absolutely. My farmer's email address is P. That's my first initial, and then my last name Nazarkevich, Nazarkewich at farmersagent.com. and and I can always be reached as my cell phone number is 916-606-8789. Glad to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Peter. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I also look forward to continuing to work with you and taking both our businesses to new heights.
Absolutely, my friend. Thank you very much for your time. Have a
Thank
good
you. Good
night.
night, and good night to your friends.
She just ran inside, but I'll tell her.
Absolutely. Bye bye.
Have a good